So I am a sweet coffee drinker, and this is really good. And it has 1 net carb. Yeah, because everything else is 0. Deliciousness. But Malia woke up. So this video is gonna have to be postponed for a few minutes. When Toa gets home, I'll be able to film. Hi. How are you? So guys, I just had a moment and I wanted to share with you guys earlier today. You want to talk first? What happened? Did you have good dreams? Did you have good dreams? Yeah. Yeah. So, I lost my patience earlier, like putting her down for her nap. And it's more so because I get in my head with things that I want to accomplish, get done when she goes down. And I'm like, girl, just get down, go down for a nap. And I know I'm not the only mom that has to go through this or has gone through this, where you're frustrated because you want to get your stuff done, but they aren't cooperating, or you can't really get anything. Like, I can't sit with her and actually edit or do any devotionals or anything while she's playing with her toys, because she literally is like this. She wants me to pick her up. If I'm writing something, she's gonna want my book, like all that stuff. She doesn't. Right, Chunk? So a scripture that came to mind and that God reminded me of, my mom, I was texting my mom and I sent her a screenshot about something, and it was the complete opposite. And then she sent me something. I've been reading the book of Mary, or Being Mary in a World Full of Marthas, and God reminded me of that scripture where where Martha was doing so much and Mary was just at the feet of Jesus. And God just reminded me, just be patient, be in the present, be present right there. Be present, not calling my daughter Jesus or anything like that, but God is just like, be present. The way I take that too is just to be present in all things that you do, because you're gonna miss out the beauty of things. So it definitely gave me perspective. Yeah, it gave me perspective, Chunk. I love you. And it just gave me patience. So I hope that encourages the mom out there today. Yeah. Can we change your clothes? I'm gonna change her and hang out with her until my husband gets home from the gym. And when he gets home, I'll finish my keto video. Yeah. Yeah. She really loves the camera. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Judy, and today we're going to be talking about keto. I decided to go keto. What made this decision so like kind of sudden for me was during my fast. I was fasting not too long ago, and if you guys hear anything, my husband's downstairs with the baby. He's not home with us during the day. And it's like awesome because he gets to stay with her while I get to film. So I have some shorts on, so, but they're just loud downstairs, and I already told them to be quiet, but it's just great. It's really cute though. So I decided to go keto during my fast. So I was doing the Daniel fast, and not essentially the Daniel fast because I was eating kind of my norms, but I wasn't on social media. That was what I was fasting primarily, all of my social medias. I didn't do YouTube but I kind of wish I did in retrospect. So maybe in the future, in the coming months, I will fast YouTube too. Yeah, so during my fast, I felt very convicted about my health. I felt very convicted at the fact that I wasn't taking care of my body, my temple, as good as I wanted to. I kept trying and trying and trying to jump on a bandwagon to like eat healthy, just cut down on my portions, eat more vegetables, but I just overeat, and I'm a bored eater, which is something that I've learned with keto. I was just really going through the motions of really attempting to do better, but because I wasn't really doing a dramatic change, I would try to eat healthy, and then I would allow myself, quote unquote, 3 cookies, and then eventually it came to like 7 cookies. I had no self-control at all. And with keto, you can't have cookies unless they're like homemade and 0 sugar. I was literally just going back to the same exact things that I was doing because I needed a dramatic change. So it's been a full week of me on keto, and I absolutely love it so far. So I do not plan, it's called the keto diet, but to be quite honest, if my body continues to feel as good as it's feeling, energy levels up, the way I feel, I will continue keto as a lifestyle change, and just here and there give myself the ability to have the carbs that I want once I have more self-control. My goal is to not cheat until my daughter's birthday, which is in April, and on her birthday, obviously her birthday cake and just being around family, eating the normal foods that we would normally eat, I plan on having them. But as of right now, I don't foresee a cheat day, and I just plan on being consistent so that I can see the changes that I want to see within myself, and I treat myself with respect, because that is one thing that people need to realize, that when you are not doing the right thing for your body, when you are eating whatever, when you are honestly not treating your temple, your body, well, you don't have a firm relationship with Jesus, because God expresses in the Bible that he wants you to take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. So yeah, right? God expresses about how you take care of your body because it is your temple, and it's more than just not having sex, because that's the first thing that people think about when it comes to you know, my body is my temple. But your body is your temple in the sense of taking care of it and feeding it nutritionally. And like I said, I really tried to modify it in many different ways. And I'm not saying that you should go keto and your relationship with God is going to be better. No, you should treat your body a little bit better if you feel like you're not, okay? Because I felt convicted in that sense of not treating my body the way that I should, and understanding that it is a connection with my relationship with God. Because loving myself is loving God. I really tried to like modify myself, but I wasn't consistent enough. I didn't have the will. I did not have the strength to really follow through with it. But with keto, I like just had to focus on one thing, net carbs. Right now, that's all I'm focusing on is how many carbs I'm consuming. I'm keeping it under 50 because I am breastfeeding. So that's another thing. This journey is beginning with my breastfeeding journey. Honestly, before keto, I was easily consuming at least 400 to 500 carbs a day, if not more. So I'm really starting this journey as a healthy fitness journey for myself. As of right now, I love keto, and I'm not saying that I'm going to be keto forever, but what I am saying is that right now it seems like it's something that fits me well. Now I am breastfeeding, so a lot of the things that I had researched had to do with breastfeeding. I connected them together. I made sure that I knew what I was doing. So a lot of the stuff that I researched had to do with breastfeeding, if not in general what keto was overall. The concept of keto is basically that you are transitioning your body from working off carbs to working off fats. It's definitely something very different. I definitely feel the difference in energy. I don't feel as sluggish as I did before this week. I have not met the carbs, to be quite honest. I've had the majority of my days be under 50 net carbs, and my lowest was probably around 20 net carbs. But I haven't seen a drop in my milk supply. Future Judy here. I did see a drop in my milk supply. I saw the drop around day 7 and 8. It dropped, but today is day 9 and I woke up kind of engorged, so my supply came back up. The baby was eating fine. I think I made just enough for her during those 2 days. Again, so day 7 and 8, I felt the drop. My boobs were super duper like empty, but I know I squeezed them and I was able to see milk coming out. But like I said, this morning I woke up a little engorged, and she's been eating around the same time regardless. So if you see a drop in your milk, I encourage you just to wait 1 more day or 2 more days. Continuously feed your child the way you would normally and pump the way you would normally, and be encouraged that it might go up regardless. That's my experience. It went back up. Some breastfeeding moms did do like 70, 60, 80, and I thought about going that high, but then I also thought about that can give me a leeway to make decisions that I shouldn't. So I restricted myself at 50, and so far it's been really good for me. I don't feel restricted. I don't feel like I'm not able to eat what I want to eat. I'm enjoying the foods that I'm able to consume with keto so far. So I decided to stick with 50 net carbs because I honestly felt like that was the safest thing for me not to, steer away from being keto. I only focus on my carbs right now just because I am learning and I am adjusting to this, new journey. I don't want to overwhelm myself with counting calories, with counting fats, and with counting my protein, just because that would just be too much for me and that would just take me away. So if you're starting off, maybe just start off with counting your net carbs and don't stress anything else out. The Carb Manager app has been very helpful. They have a lot of information on there, and it gives you like accurate information on total net carbs versus carbs in general. So I am starting off with like dirty / clean keto. This is like literally the 3rd time. Some people are just strictly dirty keto, which means that they're eating a lot of processed foods. I am eating some processed like cheese and stuff like that, but I'm also making sure that I get my vegetables in. I've been loving Brussels sprouts. I've been loving broccoli, eating my green spinach, arugula, things like that. So I'm making sure that I have my greens with my foods, but I am not being super duper strict. I'm just making sure I am under 50 net carbs. I've been making sure that I drink enough water, have enough fluids, have enough calories, even if I go over my calories that are on the app, which is 1800. Honestly, I go to 1800 or even go to 2000, 2200. I'm not going crazy on that. Because I want to make sure that my supply is there as my body is transitioning from working from fats to carbs. From working from carbs to fats. And I will not jeopardize my daughter's milk supply for a diet. So if I do see something that's like really hindering something really bad, I will take a step back. But right now, everything looks pretty good. So to the fun part, I got into ketosis 2 days into keto. I did buy the strips. Some people say it's not as accurate. I just felt like there's science behind there. I'm gonna try it because I'm not going to get a machine just yet. I'm not gonna invest in everything about keto if I don't know if my body is really going to fully 100% adapt to it. As of right now, I do love it. And as of right now, I do have so much more energy. I'm excited to see what the weeks come. But I tested the 2nd day and I was already in ketosis, the beginning of it. And lately I have tested and I'm like super duper in dark ketosis. Like the strip is really dark. I'll insert a picture of what they look like right now and just show you guys These are the strips that I'm using. I got them for like 12 bucks at Target. If I find any on Amazon, I'll link it down below, the exact same ones. Definitely worth something to get, just because you'll be able to see if you're in ketosis, see if you're managing your carbs properly. I've been learning so much around this through this process, and I'm gonna continue to learn. So if I said anything that was wrong, I will eventually correct myself. If someone corrects me, I totally appreciate that too. So ketosis in 2 days, keto flu. I experienced the keto flu very slightly. I was very on top of it, drinking water, just because I knew that my body was going to release the fluids in my body. And I have been super hydrated. I did buy electrolytes from GNC. I got the IV liquid or something, or liquid IV or something like that. And those have been really good. I've woken up with a headache twice, and as soon as I start drinking electrolytes, I feel much better. So far, I have lost about 8 pounds. I did weigh in one morning at 188, which would have made it a full 10-pound loss. But ever since then, I've just been weighing in at 190. I know that it fluctuates too because of my milk. So that's super, like, I'm excited to the day that I'm not able to, I'm excited to not breastfeed anymore, to be quite honest, once she gets of age and once she starts really weaning her off and eating actual more solids, just so that I can have a more accurate reading for myself and continue on this process to see the consistency. I've been taking it every single day, one step at a time. I know this video probably wasn't super informative and didn't give you a lot of detail on everything. I do plan on doing what I eat in a day as time goes on, just to kind of share my journey with you guys. I have been really loving it so far, and I'm just really excited to continue seeing results. I feel so good about myself already. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of this journey, just subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions, or if you have any videos that you would like to see from me, I know that this journey is something that's very different. So for some people, especially making the decision to change your diet while you're breastfeeding, I would love to share my journey with you guys. Not that I will be having like medical super advice. Definitely something that you should work on for your own body, but I would love to share what I'm doing, so maybe it can spark a different interest in you, or it can just give you inspiration to make your decisions on the changes you want to make for yourself. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel for the second time. This coffee's good. I definitely want to try a different sweetener though. I'm a sweet coffee type of person. I already told you guys that in the beginning of this video. One last thing I wanted to make sure I share with you guys is I did start working out this week. So let's see if keto does anything different with my body while I'm working out. Yeah, so that's another thing that's coming.